Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Mental Mondays, where 90% of you dudes love the content here, and 10% of you guys get pissed off at me every Monday for giving my opinion on something, telling me I ought to stick to fishing or something like that. But hey, you know, if I was up here, if I was telling you guys, man, that I just love chocolate cake, I'm going to get 10% of the guys out there telling me I'm an idiot for loving chocolate cake. So that's just the reality of some of the sensitive types out there if you voice your opinion on something. But anyway, we got a good video for you guys today. We're going to talk about everybody's moment in the sun. And what I'm talking about with that is everybody has periods of life that they go through where they're just firing on all 8 cylinders and everything's clicking and they're at the top of their game and life's going really good. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the different seasons that we experience before and after our moment in the sun. And you know, a lot of this, guys, I get a lot of people on this channel, you know, being a professional fisherman, I get a lot of guys that are critical of, you know, my tournament performance. And I'm here to tell you what, I've had my day in the sun, guys. I've had, you know, my prime is past. I admit that, you know, like with anyone else, you know, that's been fishing my age. My day in the sun was sort of about from the, you know, early 90s to the early 2000s. And, you know, I accept that. You know, not that I still don't look forward to fishing tournaments, but I do. And, you know, I can still do well in tournaments occasionally, but I'm not where I was, you know, back at that time. And that's sort of what I want to talk about today is basically becoming aware of that reality and accepting that reality. I think it's really important for our own mental well-being and our mental health and our keeping life in the proper perspective. If you realize that we all have seasons that we go through. Man, I'm still in Las Vegas here. I'm actually filming this video Sunday evening. We're flying out tomorrow morning. It's been blowing like 40 here. But what you have, guys, is different seasons of your life. You know, you're going to experience different things in life, and each one of those chapters is extremely gratifying and precious, and you have to be grateful for it, and you have to fully immerse yourself in that moment. A lot of times, you know, we go through childhood and early adolescence, you know, learning from our peers, learning from our family, gaining some type of formation of our own worldview. Then we go through periods of, you know, your 20s where you're sort of coming into your own a little bit, and you're sort of, you know, you set your own course as far as the direction of life. And for what I've seen in the most part is the time of your life that you're really at the top of your game, or you have your moment in the sun, is sort of in your 30s. The 30s is a great period of life, guys, because what happens when you're in your 30s is you have a lot of the maturity that comes along that allows you to make wise decisions. You're still young enough where physically and emotionally and mentally your creative juices are flowing pretty good. You still have high degrees of motivation. A lot of times you don't have as many responsibilities, or a lot of responsibilities. That is the time. And guys, when you are in your moment in the sun, and it can vary, I mean, it can vary, it could be for a couple years, or it can be for 20 years, but when you are in your moment in the sun, you will know it. You will feel it, you will know it. And the advice I want to give to everybody is just, when you are in that moment and you are sort of just at the top of the experience, of the human experience as far as just living life, take the time to savor that and appreciate it and be grateful for that every day, because it's passing. Every part of our life, guys, is changing constantly, and it's fleeting. Nothing ever changes, nothing ever stays the same. Everything is constantly changing. And when you go through those periods in your life, and not just your day in the sun or your moment in the sun, but every chapter of your life, you have got to fully be present and be aware and appreciate everything that's going on, regardless of what it is. I mean, sometimes life throws at us, you know, curveballs and hard lessons. I mean, use those to learn from. You know, when things are going smooth and everything's going your way and it's clicking real good, you know, appreciate that and be grateful for that. You know, you'll gradually, what happens is everybody, when their time in the sun sort of fades away a little bit like that, that can be something that's rapid or gradual, depending upon your attitude that you see in that thing. But just because you may not be in the prime time, like I'm talking about me as a tournament angler, I'm 60 years old, that doesn't mean that you can't make some transition to an even more fulfilling existence. It's just different. You have to accept the fact that there's going to be things that you lose a step here and there. You lose a step physically, mentally, intellectually, maybe a little bit. And it's okay. That's just part of the life process. But the thing that you can do is you can be graceful about it, and you can age gracefully, and you can turn that time after your prime into something that you can shift your focus and help other people with. Therefore, you're fulfilling your purpose. That's why some of the all the Native American tribes, they just their elders were revered for their wisdom. You got every chapter of your life like that has got value to it that you can bring to yourself and to other people, and you have to just give into that. One of the things that I see people struggle with a lot is they are very resistant to realizing the fact that their day in the sun has passed, and they hold on to that and they cling to that. And when they do that, that brings nothing but unhappiness. But guys, every one of us out there, we are very fortunate to be able to be on this journey in life, this experience. It's a mystical, magical, wonderful thing that we got here. The best way to put it is it's just a divine mystery is what it is. Nobody really knows why or what the deal is or what's next or what's before, and it doesn't matter. That is irrelevant to the fact. The only thing that you can do is immerse yourself in the now, immerse yourself in the present, because nothing else is real. Everything in the past is gone. It's usually produces sadness looking back in the past. Everything in the future hasn't happened yet. It usually produces anxiety if you look in the future. You have to live in the moment. You have to live now. That's where your gratification, your happiness, and the most fulfillment comes in. So anyway, guys, just a few thoughts with that. I get that a lot because on the videos here, there's a bunch of smart asses on this channel, guys. I'm telling you right now, there's a bunch of smart asses, and there's always some dude in there that makes a comment. It's like, give it up, Randy, you're washed up, you're I get that all the time. It's like, hey, if that makes you feel good to say that, more power to you. I really don't care, because I accept that fact. If I go out into a tournament and have a great tournament, great. If I don't, no big deal. Like I said, I've had my day in the sun, and I wish everybody out there would have their day in the sun like I had the chance to have mine, which was a great experience. So hope that makes a little bit of sense, guys. Hope that maybe grounds you and centers you a little bit out there. And like I said, thanks again for tuning into Mental Monday. Much appreciated. And we'll check with you guys for another Mental Monday next week. See you.